So it has to be said that not all the stories that I tell from my childhood are actually true. Like when I was a kid, my dad was always telling us to turn down the radio, and I thought that noises actually physically caused him pain. So I told all my friends that my dad had gotten out of fighting in Vietnam because he needed to have an operation to have all the bones in his ears replaced. I was literally in high school by the time I realized that this could not possibly be a true story. But this story is true. My mom and I differ on some of the details, but I was 5 and I should know what really happened. This is the story of the day that I came to terms with the idea of dying in a plane crash. So I was 5, my older brother was 7, my little sister was just a baby, and my mom was pregnant with my little brother. And we were going from Southern California to Northern California to visit my mom's parents. Now, normally we just drive, it was 10 or 11 hours, but my dad couldn't get enough time off work. So he was not going to let my mom drive us alone. So he drove us to LAX and put us on a plane for San Francisco. Now, it should be said that my little sister, up until this point in her life, was the world's best baby. She never cried, she never fussed, she went to bed early, she got up late. But on this day, she screamed bloody murder whenever my brother or I tried to touch her stroller. But of course, my mom wanted us to hold on, because how else do you keep track of 2 little kids in an airport? So we'd hold on to the stroller, she'd scream, we'd let go, my mom would yell at us to hold on again, and it just went on and on and on. So my mom was pretty stressed out by the time we got on the plane. And when the flight attendants brought us our drinks, we were the last ones to be served. So the minute they hand us that precious little plastic cup of soda, they came to take it back again because the plane was about to land. Now, my mom looks out the window and all she sees is ocean. Ocean, ocean, ocean. And I don't know if it was the pregnancy hormones or if it was the stress of the day or if she just lost her grip on geography, because LA is on the ocean and San Francisco is on the ocean, and if you fly between the two, you're going to fly over a whole lot of ocean. But whatever it was, she looked out the window and she just thought we were all going to die. Now, she remembers playing it cool and not saying anything until after the plane had landed. But as I remember it, and I should know, she looked at my brother and I very, very calmly, and she said, "Kids, it looks like we're about to die." But your father and I want you to know, and I love the fact that she put my father in there because, you know, he was hundreds of miles away. Your father and I want you to know that we love you very, very much. So I remember thinking, this is it. We're all going to die. But I don't remember being scared because, after all, my mother and father loved me very, very much. What was there to possibly be afraid of? A few minutes later, the plane landed in San Francisco in a perfectly routine, perfectly dry landing. And my mom announced to the entire plane what she had thought, and we all had a great laugh. And over the years, I've spent a lot of time in airplanes. My family still lives in California. I live in Boston. There's a lot of times when the wings start to shake and that seatbelt light dings on just one too many times. And even the flight attendants start to look nervous. And I have sort of thought, well, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the day that the plane really crashes. But that thought never actually scares me because it just kind of reminds me that my mother and father love me very, very much. What is there to be afraid of?